Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jai Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jai Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Jai Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello everyone, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jai Gobind and I've got crazy hair today. I'm so excited to have you here. Today is our Magic of Venus show, which is a show that I do usually every Wednesday. But this week I had a friend over, actually Shannon, who is Stories from the Lion's Mane here on YouTube. She was actually here. She was visiting from Oregon and we were in Sedona all day. So if you didn't check out that little video I posted on my Channel for Grace Instagram, then make sure to check it out. We went on this really awesome hike up Cathedral Rock. It was really, really beautiful. But I decided to postpone this live until today. So here we are today. And in the Magic of Venus, we talk about Venus and what she's doing in the astrology for the week and how it's going to be affecting you. And then I actually pull a card for each of the signs, the different signs. And I have a new deck that I'm going to use today, which I'm really excited about. We actually got it in Sedona yesterday. It's called Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. It's actually pretty cool. It's really beautiful. It says Dark Moon Crystals and Prism and Fluor Design Studio. Pretty cool. So we're going to use these cards to pull for each of the signs. And first I'm going to show you the charts of the week and what Venus is doing. And I titled this video Venus, Mars, Uranus, and Chiron because she's making aspects. There's like a little storyline going with all of these planets. There's more than that, but in this show we really just focus on Venus, which is all about relationships and love and what we desire, what we truly want in our lives. That is what Venus really represents. I do want to say hi to everybody that's in the chat. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Veronica. Hello, Nelvin and Chanel. Yoni, welcome in. Boobarth, hello. Amanda, hello. Jump42, welcome. Maricela, welcome in. Carmelola, welcome in. Good to have you guys here. And thank you again for being a subscriber of this channel and for also being on my email list. If you're not on my list, make sure you get on my list. That's the best way to stay up to date on everything that I offer. And I do offer a lot outside of YouTube. I have a whole moon goddess training program. I have astrology courses. I have online courses. And I also have a Starseed membership, which has been really, really freaking amazing. So if you haven't joined the Starseed membership, you get guided through the major astrological transits. And we also have live events on Zoom, private live events on special occasions and special alignments with the stars, like the stargates, the moon portals, the sun portals, and also equinoxes, solstices, ceremonies. On the new and the full moons, I update meditations that are specific to the energy of that moon. So it's all based off on astrology. Astrology is the fundamental thing underlying the whole membership, but you get to be guided and you receive a lot of videos, like with a lot of content on information of these major transits. Like when a planet moves into a sign, I make a video. When there's a retrograde, I make a video, and I go through all of the signs. When the nodes moved into North Node Taurus, South Node Scorpio, which is an 18-month long transit, I made a whole video about that, and I went through each of the signs. So you get a lot of kind of personal attention based off of Sun, Moon, Venus rising, and it's a really nice way to receive the information in like a clear and concise way, and to also be a part of a beautiful community. We are growing, and it feels amazing to have that. Make sure to also download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign, and then it's going to enter you into my email list. So without further ado, let's just hop right into the astrology. Thank you to all the new subscribers as well. And if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure to subscribe and also hit the notification bell, because mostly I go live. So every once in a while I upload videos, but mostly I go live. So you want to make sure that notification bell is turned on so you get notified of when I go live. All right. The chart will show up on the screen any moment now. In about an hour or so, Mercury is going to officially go direct. So thank God for that. Although we have been feeling a really intense Sun conjunct Saturn. We're going kind of through that. And that's been quite interesting. That Sun conjunct Saturn. I think it's felt like heavy and wild, and it's just been a really, really wild week. You guys may have been feeling that. Hello Kim, welcome in. So good to see you. And Humble Raw, welcome in. So this week was the new moon in Aquarius. It was the year of the new year of the water tiger. It was Imbolc, which celebrates the spark of the flame, the sun, and that comes, that starts to come back beginning in the spring. And then we had this Sun conjunct Saturn, which I didn't really talk much about, but it has been a week full of like surprises and unexpected turns. And that's just what the energy that we're in. This whole February is going to kind of feel that way. And there's a newness to it. This week specifically, we're going to watch Venus do there's a few stories that are starting to unfold with Venus. And that's why I want to show you the charts. So we've got Venus right down here. And she's still in Capricorn. So she just went direct on Saturday. And this means that it's been this really long transit through Capricorn and teaching us how to become sovereign, how to step into sovereignty in our lives. It's a pretty big transit, that the retrograde, with Venus, that only happens every 18 months. So when it does come around, it will be very heavy, because it affects us right where like it hurts the most, especially if we're aligning with like toxic relationships or anything that doesn't fit is gonna clear its way out. It's gonna like exit our lives. And of course, if we're very, very resistant to a lot of the changes or the release of energy that no longer serves us, we'll feel it. It'll feel like it's like a horrible transit, but if you allow it and you surrender to whatever is changing and wanting to renew itself or become new within yourself, then you will go through the transit. Yes, it'll be challenging, but you will understand at a deeper level why it's all happening and why, the personal connection to you. Well, this week, ever since Mars entered Capricorn, he's been coming up and getting ready to catch up to Venus. He's at 9 degrees right now of Capricorn, and soon him and Venus will be together through the rest of the month. They are going, and a little bit into the next month, they're going to be together, like conjunct within a like 1 to 2 degree orb. So they're literally traveling together like buddies, holding hands through this last energy, this energy of Capricorn, and it's a powerful coming together of obviously the masculine, the feminine, also the what we desire and how we get what we desire. So Venus is what we desire. Mars is how do we go get it? Like what's the action that we actually take to make that happen? And so when they're together, we've been processing Venus. We've been processing all this, this release. This is a kind of karmic situations that have come around to be released, to be understood, and then to be released. And Mars, and now we know what we want. We truly know what we want, and we know that we are the ones responsible for whatever we're creating and manifesting. We have had an opportunity to reset our goals, to figure out where we're going, what we truly want, what's really the most important things in our lives, and had an opportunity to realign ourselves with that energy. And now Mars comes forth and says, okay, now I'm going to give you the drive and the motivation and the power to do it, to actually make it happen. And that's a really big theme that's going to be starting now, and I'll be probably talking about it throughout the whole time that they're traveling together through Capricorn. The other thing that's happening this week, besides Mercury going direct in like almost exactly an hour, we're going to see this square. It's like a square energy with Venus and Mars and Chiron. And Chiron is the wounded healer. When the moon is also going to be on Chiron when this square, especially with Mars, happens, but Venus is right there, so we're including her there. Chiron is about healing. Chiron brings up, in Aries specifically, is about knowing who you are, like understanding who you are, understanding who you are not, and letting go of who you are not so that you can become what you were meant to be, like who you truly are within. It is about healing our wounds, our primal wounds, the ones that, we're learning to heal this theme of Aries in our lives. But collectively right now, we are learning how to, we're understanding and going through experiences that are healing our identity. We're really asking ourselves collectively on the planet, who are we? Why are we here? What are we doing here? Hello, Dawn, welcome in. And hello, Valerie and Chanel. So what are we doing here? And that's a big theme right now. This square to Chiron brings that up as well. And it adds the whole aspect of relationships to it. And also, are you taking the action to actually heal? Or is the actions that you're taking going not in that direction, not actually helping you heal? Chiron, Aries, third house. Yeah. So a lot of us have Chiron and Aries in our natal chart, which means that we're going through our Chiron return. And that's something that happens around age 50. It's actually a beautiful transit, but it is the final lesson, the final opening, the final release of this wound that feels like has been there, but it is to teach you how to release. And it is what your soul chose to experience and learn and heal in this lifetime. So when we're collectively aspected with these energies, we are asked to look at, for example, in this specific case, our relationships, what we're taking action towards, and is it guiding us towards healing or not? Because a square will challenge you to take action. Like, are you actually, putting your money where your mouth is? Are you actually doing the work? because Mars is like doing the work. Capricorn is doing the work, you know? Capricorn takes things very seriously. So if you're not able to do that, this is the kind of transit that will help push you along, because that's what squares do. They push you forward, you know, they push you along. They make you make a choice. They don't let you not make a choice. That's what the squares do. They're challenging, but they're here. They're very useful. They're very useful. That's why you don't look at squares in your chart and think, oh man, I got too many squares or whatever. No, those are the things that are catapulting you towards evolution. If you had all trines and sextiles, it would be like someone who doesn't need to do any work because they won't be motivated at all, because they'll just feel like everything is fine and dandy. And you'll just live there in that space forever. Like it'll never change. But we're not that kind of, we evolve as human beings, and we're in this journey. And so when we see squares in our chart, those are the things that challenge us, but the things that inevitably push us towards change and growth and evolution. And that's really that's the biggest thing that we're really learning here in the third dimension. It's like why we're here, to grow and to evolve. The other planet that is involved here is Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus, and he is making a trine to Venus and Mars. And the trine is obviously like the good energy, but it can be unpredictable. But it's going to bring up this intense desire to maybe do things differently this time. If you're used to doing things a certain way, can you do them in a different way? Where is all your new ideas? With Mercury having, going direct very soon tonight, you are going to end this period of reflection that you've been doing to try to answer those questions. What do I want? Where's my sovereignty? How can I be more responsible? Do I recognize that I am responsible for everything in my life? Do I understand that if the expression of the exterior world is an expression of what's going on within, do I understand all these things? And am I able? And what new ideas? How did my worldview change? And what new ideas have I realized about my worldview? Or my world, or the world in general. And from that space, you can start to take more innovative change. And that's Uranus is the planet of change and revolution. So it's revolutionizing you and your life right now. That's why so many crazy things are going on, and they're heavy. They're heavy, unpredictable things. It's not really fun. However, the trine does add an energy of, okay, maybe this is going to be a little bit fun this week. Maybe this week will be a little bit more fun. I don't know. You'll have to see for yourself how it all unfolds. But this is what is happening right now, and the energies that we're feeling right now in terms of the astrology of Venus this week in relationship to Mars, Chiron, and Uranus. So these are themes that will show up or feel kind of like they're magnified during this week. And I'm talking like from Wednesday, from Wednesday to Wednesday. So until Wednesday, these energies are going on. And the next Wednesday, we'll talk about the next thing that's going on and how we can move through that energy. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go through each of the signs and pull a card. You guys know where Venus is from previous videos. This is like a theme that's been going on for months. So Venus is there. Now Mars is there too. That is the house that you're going to feel this Venus-Mars walking side by side in that house of Capricorn for you. But I want to pull a card, and I want to do an intuitive reading for each of the signs to see where is it that we are going to feel the activation of this energy most in our lives. What are some messages that we really need to hear right now in this moment? And we're going to use the cards to do that. So let me switch over to this screen, and we're going to start with Aries, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. And again, I'm using a new card deck. It's called Astral Realms Crystal Oracle. So we'll see how it goes. All right. The first card that we get is Lapis Lazuli. the third eye chakra and the energy of consciousness. And I'll show you the card. Might be a little bit hard to see, but they're actually pretty cool cards. So there is a lapis lazuli crystal in the center. And the first thing that's pretty, that seems pretty obvious to me is the blue energy, the energy of the color blue. And even though this is the third eye chakra, that color blue to me speaks to truth. It's like truth. This week, Aries, you're going to feel a lot of truth coming through, and you are going to see it through your third eye. It is going to feel like your third eye will expand and you're able to see things from a higher perspective, because that's what happens when that third eye opens. It's like, yeah, you can see through your regular eyes, right? But your regular eyes are more of like the duality of the world. They see right, wrong, right, left, they see yin, yang, they see positive, negative, they see masculine, feminine, they see the dualities of the world. But when that third eye opens, you see beyond that. You have a higher perspective of what's going on. And so this week, what you're going to experience is an upgrading of your ability to see what's really going on and to understand it from a more logical point of view, but also a more complete point of view. So there's going to be things that show up in your life that you're going to be able to see from like as if you're watching it from above. Perspective is going to be huge this week for you. All right, Taurus, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what we got for you. So you got Spirit Quartz. Oh, the energy of Chiron, of course, and the energy of healing. So Spirit Quartz for Taurus. This is a beautiful crystal. It's got like shades of pink. It feels very ethereal, of course, with the name like Spirit Quartz. It is going to be pretty calming, but also activating. So this week, Taurus, is really a week about healing. However that shows up in your life, it can be through awareness shifts. It can be through emotional release. It can be through like the relationships. You see progress maybe in relationships, or you realize that maybe you haven't been that good to yourself, and so maybe it's time to move on from certain relationships. But you're going to feel overall a deep healing that will feel like your spirit is being cleansed. You're going to feel like a cleansing energy. That's not to say that it's going to feel gnarly, because obviously purification can feel really, really intense, especially if you have toxicity inside of you, like literally in your physical body. If you have a toxic body, if you eat toxic things, you put like toxic chemicals in your body, which is found in a lot of foods that we buy. We don't realize it, but it's there. That's why you have to learn to be careful. And with you, such like an earthy energy, I think it's really important that you eat with awareness, that you have that awareness as you put things into your body. But that's not just about food. It's also about emotions. It's like, what are you drinking? What are you putting into your body? Because your body is a temple. So this week is going to feel very spiritually healing. Like you'll go through a very deep spiritual awareness shift that will feel like you're healing from deep within. All right, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see which card you get for the week. And if you didn't get to watch last week's video, make sure that you check it out, because we talked about the fullness phase of Venus, and that's the next 51 days. That's the theme of the next 51 days for everyone. All right, Gemini, you get Vesta, who is known in astrology as the keeper of the sacred flame, the stone called desert jasper, wow, and the energy of resolve. I actually really like that. So this stone looks very much like the color of a desert. What that tells me is that you may feel like you've been wandering through the desert in many ways. You may feel like you have been wandering some kind of abyss of either information, because Gemini is very attuned to the mind and the thoughts. So an abyss of the mind, thinking many things, realizing many things, learning many things. You may feel like you've been walking through the desert, but this is actually not it feels like a good thing, because you're learning to find your way. You're learning to resolve things in your life. And so Vesta gives you that spark. This is very much the energy of Imbolc. It's the spark that lights the flame, and Vesta is the keeper of the sacred flame. So as you wander or will wander through the desert, you will find that oasis. You will find that moment where you feel like you've reached something. After wandering and wandering and wandering, you come up to something and you feel, wow, now I see it, now I get it. I know I've been moving through a lot of this, but now I feel like I've found something. It's like the wandering may be over. You may actually discover something this week, Gemini. All right, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Let's see what message comes out for you. Okay, the energy of Mercury, the stone of emerald, and the energy of cognizance. Mercury, emerald, and cognizance. Emerald is a really powerful stone. I think this week, it's kind of cool though how this card also has a moon in it, and you're ruled by the moon. So the emotions are still present for you. In fact, it is this energy of the emerald that will guide you this week. It's almost like you're feeling a lot naturally. This is what you do. You're Cancer. You feel your way through life, and your feelings are how you understand the world. But this week, I feel like there's gonna be an understanding of the mind as well. At the same time that you're going through your emotions, and you're experiencing and you're feeling and you're allowing yourself to flow through your emotions, you will notice that there's a higher understanding of those emotions. So you're becoming kind of cognizant of and understanding why the emotions, why those emotions are showing up in your life this week. And truth, emerald brings truth, and it brings awareness of higher truth. So the understanding of, again, it's like that higher perspective, just like the Aries card. It's the understanding that you will receive the understanding, but it'll come in a way that maybe in a mode which is through the mind that you weren't expecting. Usually you expect things to come through your emotions, but I think this week it will be more of a higher like an epiphany. Like an epiphany will show up in your life. Okay, Leo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising. Oh, nice, Chanel. I love that. I love it when it resonates. Okay, so Leo, you get the throat chakra. Okay, so this is about expression. This week is about expressing for you. And you get the stone of flower, agate, and the throat chakra. I think for you, Leo, what this means is whatever you haven't been expressing, whatever you haven't been saying, whatever feels like it's stuck, it's time to release it. The things that you can do to release this kind of energy is to sing, is to chant, even breath work, because it opens up your like your windpipes. It opens up the vocal cords, and it kind of brings in a lot of oxygen really into your body. And so breathing, chanting, singing, talking, expressing things that you haven't expressed. This is going to be key this week for you to understand all the themes that will come up with Venus, like action, healing, and maybe something unpredictable. Maybe you'll experience as well the something comes out that you haven't expressed, and it surprises you because you weren't expecting it. But I feel like there's something that is needing to be said. There's something that is needing to be expressed, and you'll find your way to expressing that this week, Leo. All right, Virgo, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see what we got for Virgos this week. Humble Ra says she also has Venus in Cancer. Whoa, that one really flew up into the air. That's funny. It's Pluto, and it's the energy of regeneration, and it's black tourmaline. Wow, this is a strong card. So Pluto, black tourmaline, and the energy of regeneration. What this says is that this is a week of transition for you. This is a week of transmutation, transcendence. So you've been going through something, you've been doing a lot of integrating lately. You've been doing a lot of integrating, and it's time for you to take it to that next phase. It makes sense too with Mercury going direct because you're also co-ruled by that Mercury energy, although you're also ruled by Chiron, and Chiron is the wounded healer. So there's something, you've reached a point about something in your life that is ready to move to the final phase, which means it's ready to symbolically die so that something new can be born. It's a rebirth. This is that energy of death and rebirth that is showing up for you in your life this week. Pluto is no joke. Pluto is heavy energy. Pluto brings secrets to light. Hidden things come to light, and that can be like secrets between people. That can be just things you couldn't see. Now you're able to see because now there's a shining light on it. But really, I feel personally that you're at that point where the transcendence begins. It's the part where you fully release because you've done the integrating. You understand it now, and so it takes you to that next level. It says, okay, now that we've learned this and integrated this, now you're ready for the next phase. You're ready for something new, to learn something new. And it can feel very much like a death ritual so that you can be reborn. Really powerful energy. Libra, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Let's see which card comes out for you. What does Libra need to know right now about this week, the energy of this week? Tomorrow, I'm also going to be live to do mini readings. So if you want to get on the list, there's always a link in the descriptions, but it's $25 to get a reading for tomorrow night here live on YouTube. All right, Libra, you get the Soul Star Chakra, Divine Love. Oh my God. Oh my God. And Pink Amethyst. Wow. And there's roses in this card. It's really beautiful. You got the roses. You've got the pink amethyst. So amethyst in general is a stone of spirituality and higher awareness. The rose, right, it represents the sisterhood of the rose. It really represents that Venus energy. And the Soul Star Chakra is about divine love. This week for you is about understanding your own divinity, and understanding what divine love really is, what divine love actually means. We like to think that love is this sort of very third dimensional way of defining love, which means we become attached to someone like, I love you, and hopefully you love me, and if you don't love me, then there's going to be drama or whatever, right? Like we get attached. We have this really very third dimensional definition of love. But the truth of divine love is that it's a neutral energy. But the word divine love helps us understand it, but it's actually neutral. It doesn't judge. That's divine love. So whether, because we're talking about Venus and relationships, whether you feel like it was meant to be and it didn't happen, whether you have failed expectations of anything in your life, divine love will show you the true love has no judgment of anything involved in the situation. There's no judgment at all. Like everything is happening exactly as it is supposed to happen. And understanding the way that God loves, that divine love, and I'm not talking about God in any kind of religious connotation. I'm talking about source energy, the cosmos, it loves everything because it loves itself, and it knows that it is everything and that it lives in everything. So it loves everything the same. It loves all of it. The light, the dark, all of it. And that's divine love. So it can feel, if you're not ready for that kind of expansive emotion, it may feel like, oh, that's a little bit too much. Like I don't feel comfortable because of the attachments. So you have to change your idea of what love is for you to understand it from the cosmic mind of divine love, of really beautiful energy, Libra. Scorpio, sun, moon, Venus, and rising. Yeah, that was a really beautiful message. All right, you get Etamin, star, red jasper, and conviction. Ooh, conviction. So this to me, the color red from this stone of red jasper, it feels very kind of Mars-like, but also the energy of conviction. It's like, it's a relentless energy. It's like you feel very strongly about something. And I think that this is a week that you're going to feel a strong drive towards, like a strong conviction towards something. In order to understand it, you have to understand the truth about it. And that's why it's heavy, because it's truth. And truth lights up the dark. It shines a light into the dark so that you now can see all of the things that you couldn't see before that were hidden, right? You're ruled by Pluto, or the energy of Pluto rules Scorpio. So all things that are hidden come to light. So where are those things that you feel very passionate about? Activate your passion. This is a week for you to really activate your passion, Scorpio. And you'll see that when you live through your passion and your conviction, that you will be much more able to put the drive. You'll have the motivation and the drive to actually take action towards what it is that you really truly believe in. What's important to you. This is a big theme for you this week. Sagittarius, sun, moon, Venus, and rising. That card just literally flew out of there. The root chakra. Oh my God, that looks like the Isis temple. It is. Whoa. Oh my God, you guys. The temple of Isis. In the Moon Goddess training, this coming Saturday, we're going to go to the temple of Isis in our Akashic journey. And this is an image of the temple of Isis. It's really beautiful. There's so many, there's flowers on the columns, but you get the root chakra, Sagittarius. It's the stone of hematite and the energy of culmination. So something is culminating, something is being completed this week. You're going through a completion energy. And the reason you get the root, right, Veronica? The reason you get the root is because this is very much connected to the temple of Isis. And the where it all begins, you know, where we realize it's actually the law of generation. And it's also connected to, you know, the Temple of Isis is also connected to the sacral chakra, but the root is about understanding who you are and where you come from. Who you are and where you come from. Do you know the answer? So you have this week an opportunity. It's like there's a door that's opening to say, this is who I am, this is where I come from, and this is where I'm going. This is who I am. If you find the answer to that, and I think that this week you're going to reach some kind of a next level understanding of a situation in your life or a thought process you've been going through, an identity crisis. Because when you don't know who you are, the root chakra is like haywire, like you are not grounded at all because you don't know who you are. And that's why the root chakra is connected to who am I? I am. And then you put the anchor down, right? I am this, I am that. But it's an I am that comes through with strong, powerful energy that leaves no room for doubt. And that's what I feel. Kim says, I went to the evening light show in the Temple of Isis. It was amazing. Oh my God, I'm jealous. That's so amazing. That's amazing. But it's an anchoring. I think you're going to feel like an anchoring this week to a known identity, like a known thing. Like, this is who I am. I know this now. I'm anchored in that now. And there's many, many ways that we get anchored in that way of who we are. But this week for you, Sagittarius, you're going to feel that energy very strongly. I know who I am. I am this. I am that. And you're going to be like, yes. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Venus, and I know it sounds amazing. Rising. Ooh, another flyer. Okay, Pallas Athena, who is known in astrology as the goddess of wisdom, of course, the energy of trust, and the stone of ammonite. Ooh, I'm not too familiar with ammonite, but that shell is pretty powerful right there. So you're coming into your wisdom. And coming into your wisdom means that you are coming into trusting yourself. If you feel like you emanate wisdom, so funny, emanate wisdom, then you will trust yourself. You will trust in that wisdom, but it's not a mind thing. It's not like, oh yes, I think this is wisdom. It's not like that. It's not a logical process. To wisdom is grounding in every way, shape, and form. It's grounding like it's a gut thing. It's a knowing. It could be a feeling too, a feeling of a knowing, a realization, but it doesn't really have a way of thinking. It's more of a feeling than it is a thought. But to trust yourself, meaning that you're going to trust yourself this week, means that you're stepping into wisdom. And that makes a lot of sense because of all the Capricorn energy, especially with Venus and with Mars. And the fact that in Capricorn is found the Lyran starseeds. And the Lyran starseeds are the oldest souls in the galaxy. And they are also the ones that bring the ancient wisdom. They're like the crone, right? They bring that goddess, the wisdom of the mother, or the wisdom of the ages. So that's what you're stepping into this week. You're gonna feel the trust because the wisdom is coming in. It's like the realization of the understanding of the higher wisdom is coming in this week. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. I felt Egypt deeply at the Temple of Isis and Hathor. They are out in the open, away from Cairo. The magic is still there, not so much at the pyramids, or at least for me. That's interesting. Okay. Here we go. Aquarius. You get The regular star. Oh my God, that's so funny because the regular star is actually found in Leo. And yeah, we just went to see her horses yesterday. Yeah, Shannon and I went to see the baby horses and Paladin and everybody else. And it was really sweet and it was really fun. If you guys come to Sedona, we'll do something with Kim and her beautiful horses. So Aquarius, you are then the opposite of Leo. You're in the opposite of Leo. And this is Regulus, the Regulus star. You also get smoky Amazonite, which is also a stone of truth, but it is also the frequency of abundance. The Regulus star is about connecting to your heart. Regulus is the star located at the heart of the lion. This is very much connected to ancient Egypt because the Sphinx was a lioness. So this is about connecting to your heart, Aquarius. So this might have been a really wild week for you because of the new moon in Aquarius and like heavy Aquarius energy, Saturn and the sun conjuncting in Aquarius, and wherever, it depends on the degrees that you have these Aquarius planets in. But the truth is that Aquarius energy was very strong and very wild. And Uranus is also really strong and wild for us collectively. And so you're being asked this week to listen to your heart. And when you listen to your heart, that's where you're going to start to feel the abundance start to come into your life. Shannon was here yesterday and the day before that, and the day before that. She left. You didn't know that? I'm just kidding. So Shannon was here yesterday and the day before, but it was like the first time that she came to visit me here ever. But it was awesome. All right, so Aquarius, listen to your heart this week. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising. Shannon in the chat is stories from the Lion's Mane. It's a prediction. Okay, so Pisces, oh my God. Okay, so this is interesting. So you get the planet Saturn. You also get the energy of discipline and the stone of azurite. Ooh, azurite is one of the stones that we use for the moon centers, the moon goddess. We'll talk about that actually. We're talking about the moon centers this Saturday. I'm excited about it because we get to talk about all the goddesses. But Saturn obviously is the energy of discipline. So for you, Pisces, you tend to be out there, right, in the ethers. You tend to be very much out there in the ethers. And it's time to find your discipline. To become disciplined, it doesn't mean you have to lose the magic. It doesn't mean you have to stop the magic. It just means, where's the container? How are you putting this into a container that works for you? For example, if you want to bring abundance into your life and you have a gift, right? You have a gift of psychic intuition and you want to use that gift to bring abundance into your life. You need to find the discipline in your life that will bring the abundance, right? So the gift is there, but now you gotta use this third dimension, because you're so connected to the ethers that you have to learn to work the third dimension. You have to learn to be here present as much as you can. You're the opposite of Virgo. Hello, Peter. Welcome in. You're the opposite of Virgo. Virgo is very much here on the earth, grounded, present. But Pisces is in the opposite end. It's out there floating in the abyss. So to ground the energy of Pisces can be very challenging. It can be very challenging because we resist any kind of boundaries. And Saturn is all about boundaries and restriction. So you have to learn to live in both worlds. You have to learn to work in this third dimension, which is very dense. It's very physical. It's a very boundary making. You can't, even though we're all one, all right, it's a very Pisces thing. We're all the same. We're all the electrons floating around. In this dimension, we experience it as separate, where I can touch you and then I can take my hand back and then you're over there and I'm over here. That's separation. We very tangibly feel the separation here. But with Pisces is the opposite of that. It's we are all one and we're not separated at all. But this week, you're learning, hello Zainab, you're learning how to find your discipline. So where do you need to be more disciplined in your life is the question that you need to ask yourself this week. Where do you need to be more disciplined? That's going to answer the question for you of where is Saturn kind of showing up for you this week. And you may feel a little bit of restrictions and it may feel uncomfortable because you're not used to it. But trust me, the discipline will get you there. Will get you there. You know, in the Moon Goddess training, we're doing a 40-day meditation. You have to do it every day. Otherwise, you're not really going to do it. You're not really doing it. You can't just do one day and then the next day you forgot and then you come back to it the next day. Like, no, 40 days is 40 days and you have to do it every day for 40 days. You can't miss a day. That's discipline. So where do you need to find more discipline in your life? That's the message for Pisces this week. All right, you guys. I must say, every time you tell my truth, I'm in the ethers. That's hilarious, Dawn. My South Node is Virgo. North Node Pisces. You struggle with, yeah. But the cool thing is that, you know, you get to move in the direction of Pisces, and that's pretty cool to have as your destiny. Peter says, I'm a Pisces. Thank you, Illuminati. Yes. So that is the energy of this week with Venus and Mars and Uranus and Chiron, but mostly Venus. That's what we look at on this show. And you can go back and watch the replay if you missed any of the other signs. I went through all of them. But I want to say thank you to everyone for being here and for participating and subscribing to this channel. And if you want to get more involved, if you want to check out more of what I do, always look at the description of my videos. They have all the information that I offer ever. This is a weekly show, usually on Wednesdays. Oh, thank you, Kim. And thank you, Valerie. But today we just did it on Thursday because I wasn't available yesterday. So what did you say about 2.5 hours a day for a year? Oh, well, some people do Kirtan Kriya for 2.5 hours a day for a whole year. Like they literally do it for 2.5 hours. Yeah, that's discipline. That's, whoa. You're welcome. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you so much. And yeah, I hope you have a beautiful day. I'll be back tomorrow night to do mini readings. So if you want to get a personal reading from me on the channel live here, then sign up, send $25 to my PayPal. The link is below. Have a beautiful evening and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Sat Nam.